Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Market Watch Investments. I have a plethora of cards that I'll be showcasing for you guys tonight, and I do hope that you will enjoy. Gaming's Kickstarter tonight is going to be Storming Mirror Force. This is the original secret rare variants dawning from Clash of Rebellions, and this is going for some pretty obscene money. Starting market price for first edition copies is going to be about 17 bones. There's some Italiano ones for about 16 here, if you guys are into some Taste of Rainbow secret rare craziness. And there's about a couple pages here, so we're going to go ahead and check out bulk prices. And bulk prices are going to increase to about 21 plus, actually more because shipping here. So pretty incredible. So if you guys have it, that is pretty awesome. And okay, we're going to move on here. Imperial Iron Wall is going to be next. This is the OTS Tournament Pack 1 super rare variants. This is a really great side card. This can really stop a lot of plays. There's a lot of removing from play going on right now to off-spark some pretty incredible effects. And this is my personal favorite rarity. There is an ultra rare from one of the legendary collections, what we'll get into shortly, but this is pretty awesome. So my price for this can be roughly around 3 bones for near mint copies, and then if we switch over to bulk prices, it goes up to about 5 plus. If you factor in the shipping, there's a stack of 12 here. So really great stuff. There is a fat stack of 114 here. This is incredible for about 5 bones. Again, there was that ultra rare, which again, it's very much Legendary Collection 4, so an acceptable ultra rare, in my personal opinion, which is very rare for the White Mexican. Most ultra rares are just tossed to the wayside. And these are going to be around 2-ish bones, give or take, for first edition lightly played near mints. And if you switch over to bulk prices, it's going to be about 4 for a stack of 22 plus that 99-cent shipping. So really awesome stuff on that. Next is going to be Trap Stun. The trap that does the stunning is very good, so this completely locks down traps for a whole entire turn. So if you're a trap player yourself and your opponent's a trap player and you just completely lock them down for your turn, run them over, and then you can use your own traps the next turn. I think that's a really unique aspect of this card. I love the cardboard on cardboard artwork, which is another really great aspect of this card. This is the highest rarity as secret rare, dawning from a very old set, Legendary Collection 5Ds. This, just like Legendary Collection 3 and 4, some phenomenal sets with some really killer secret rares. And starting market price for this is going to be about 4-ish, 5 bones, give or take. This is a playset right here for lightly played first edition. It looks like I'm actually already switching over to stacks here. So this is going to be the stack prices. And then if we unswitch up to the stacks, it's going to be roughly around 3 for about the 1Z, 2Z stacks. There is a lot of really great prints of this. There is the Astral Pack 2 Super Rares, which is another great. Personally, I like the secrets, but for more affordable purposes, I think the Super Astral Pack 2s, being that they are Astral Pack, is great. And then there's also DT Commons, which is insanely affordable. Last time I checked, even for bulk prices. So we'll go ahead and switch over off the bat for bulk prices, and these are pretty much under a bone for near mint bulk prices. There's a fat stack of 24 here too. So all around, really great card. I think it's underrated, and I wanted to showcase it really quick. Dark Magician is going to be next, specifically the 2017 Megaton promos. And I think there's an ultra rare variant of this. I think there's only 2 variants or maybe 3 variants. I think one of them is a common, the other one might be an ultra, but this is the highest rarity secret rare. Now 2017 is not too long ago, but is a couple years ago now, and this is one of my personal favorite artworks of Dark Magician. I think it looks fantastic. I love like the magical circle around here, and this has seen some like a significant amount of increase in articulation value. We see starting market price now, and again, this is for near mint bulk prices exclusively. It's going to be around almost 5 bones, 4 to 5 bones all across the board for these bulk stacks. I remember this being like 0.5 of bone, 1 bone, 2 bone. It was insanely cheap. People are finally starting to notice that this is getting older, and this is great artwork, and it's high rarity secret rare. So do what you will with that. Trap Eater is going to be next. So the reason why I'm showing the common, there's a couple different variants of this, but for some reason the TCG player has like an error on this. You can't, it's like Caius for some reason for the OTS Super Rares that just came out in 19. But this is what it does. Basically, you just proc off a trap card from your opponent's field. Majority of the time, obviously, it's going to be a continuous floodgate, and then you just special summon this. It's a dark, it's a level 4, and it's a tuner, which can pull in some really awesome off-sparkle plays. So this is what it does here, if you guys don't know. What I wanted to show you guys was OTS 19 donned a super holofoil of this, and this actually looks really great. and I think this is extremely undervalued, and no one is talking about this card. No one cares about this card. I've seen people like at locals just like throw this away essentially. No one wants this card, and I think it's extremely undervalued for what it is. It's a free tuner, and you can eliminate a floodgate depending on what's going on. I think that's really cool. And it's also a dark, so it could be an alert target. It's a level 4, so it can be an XYZ generic play. There's a lot of different versatility and range to this card. It's pretty much a bone all across the board. Some of these are even under a bone, but you got to factor in the 99-cent shippings here. This is for bulk prices. So I really think that this is extremely undervalued. Again, and it's a nice rarity of OTS super rare. There also is the ultra rares from Legendary Collection 5Ds. If you are just disgusted with yourself and you can't stand to look at yourself in the mirror, that'd be something that you'd probably purchase. Next is going to be Ashura King. So this is going to be a couple promos or a couple like previews from Power of the Elements, which I'm super excited about. And this is a generic 3-for-3 level 3, and it has a negate effect. But the biggest thing that really take away from this is that how many materials you have. So if you really do 3 monsters, you can proc 3 different attacks, and it's not just on monsters. You can go straight for a straight up 69, slap them in the face directly, which is incredible. Well above more than the original half of your opponent's life points. Really cool artwork. And again, there's just so many amazing effects. It has the negation effect, like blended. It's just really incredible. I believe, at least from this set, that it's going to be a secret rare. It's projected to be a secret rare, which, no surprise, this is a complete blowout card. So definitely looking forward to that and hoping I can rip some in my cases that I pre-ordered. Crawler Suma is going to be next. So I know a lot of people are talking about the water engine for Splite, and it seems to be the top dog choice right now for the engine for Splite. But I think Crawler is another underrated engine, and a lot of these are level 2. If you guys go back and look at the Crawler stuff, they're pretty much all exclusively level 2, except for Suma and this other big dude right here. And Power of the Elements is donning this. This is probably, unfortunately, going to be a common. I think it would be nice if they made it at least a super rare, but time will tell. I'm being optimistic. I'm hoping it's a super rare at least. This is an incredible effect. The best thing about this is this. There's a couple different effects here. But this effect is really nice. So you can reduce it by up to 4, and you can basically rip 2 crawler monsters, and the best thing is you can special summon them from the hand, deck, or graveyard, and you can put them in face down defense position or face up defense position, which is really incredible. That's 2 completely polar opposite ranges that give you a lot of options, and this is just an insanely good card. And this was actually the card that gave me the idea to actually playtest with the Crawler engine in Splite, and I think I really don't know. I mean, I guess it's maybe slower, but it swarms a lot, and I guess it's kind of more my style, but I think this is a really incredible engine for the Splite archetype that people are really not looking at, and I really don't know why, so that's kind of something I wanted to just highlight for you guys really quick. Next is going to be Ultimate Slayer. So I'll be honest, I haven't been doing a lot of research with other market watchers or YouTubers of late. Maybe this is something that's grown in popularity, but this card is insane. This is an insanely good card, and I'd be really surprised if there wasn't being hype around this card. This is projected to be a secret rare, to no surprise. This is a really good card, because at face value, you can just completely like rip a troublesome card on your opponent's board, but on top of that, there's a lot of secondary off-spec effects that you can proc with this, which is really cool depending on what you rip with this card. So again, this is going to be a blowout secret rare and Power of the Elements. Pretty cool artwork. It's unfortunate they didn't make it a quick play. I guess I would have made it a little bit too good because it's already ridiculously good, especially the card that you send with it. So we'll get into those in a little bit. One of them is actually going to be, however you pronounce this, Wing of the Resonant Life. And this is actually, if you send it, you can draw 1, so you can basically turn it into a Jar of Greed. But alone, this card is just a really good card. So it could be potentially used as an Ultimate Slayer target, but also this alone is just really great. Because it doubles the attack, and of course, if you send it or if your opponent sends it, you just draw 1. So it basically like substitutes for itself. Another thing that's really great is it is 2 monsters with the same type and same attribute. So a lot of decks running around that have the same type and same attribute, which makes this, in my personal opinion, a runner-up to Starving Fusion Venom. I think that this is an amazing combo piece for super polymerization, and it's just it's going to be great, and I think that a lot of people are going to flock to this card and combo it with super polymerization, because that is just completely blowout. Like, the card's good by itself, but combo with super poly, it's going to be really, really good. And this is projected to be an ultra rare, which is severely unfortunate. I don't know why they would put such an amazing card as such a trash rarity, but time will tell. Okay, so super polymerization is next. A lot of great rarities of this. I'm not going to go too far into this. People cover this pretty blatantly. It's an amazing card. It's at 3. It was banned for a long time. It's quick play. You can't respond to it. Really great stuff. Personally, if you guys are going to get these copies, I would recommend getting the first edition secrets from either Legendary Collections 2 or Raw Yellow Mega Pack, which is ranging anywhere between this crazy range 8 to like 23 and then 18. So I'm not really sure. It's all over the place. Alternatively, there is the super rares from OTS Pack 9, which are going for roughly around 5. These are really like the best bang for your buck, I personally think. And then if you guys are, you know, high roller, you can go for the ultimates, but that's going to go for a bill plus. So again, it's up to you guys. It's definitely going to hold long-term value, but the secret rares for playability purposes, or maybe even the super rares, if you guys have them all the same set, I think are really, really great. And I think a lot of people are starting to kind of go away from this card. This card is still very much a powerhouse card, and again, with the new support that is Power of the Elements, I think this is just going to continue to get to become a stronger card and a more predominant card. So some alternatives for Slayer Ultimate, really great, is going to be Winged Pegasus. So when this card is sent and another card is destroyed by effect or battle, I believe it is, you can remove it from play, and then you can target one card your opponent controls and just compulse it, bounce back, shuffle it, magic, monster, trap, doesn't matter. Really, really cool. So this can be an Ospar second effect with Ultimate Slayer, which is really, really cool, and this is insanely affordable. Ignition Assault done the original print as a super rare, and these are just like well under a bone pretty much all across the board here, even for a couple bulk prices here. But I mean, you really just need one of these. Again, it's kind of just like a random card that really is, and there's a lot of like Ignister cards that are really, really good. I really want to take some time to look into this. Their extra launchers are just really, really good. And it just seems to be, you know, for a while it was a really popular core. I'm not sure, it kind of got slowed down or power crept, I'm not sure. But, and of course, Elder Entity Nis is going to be next. So this is really great. There's other fusions that you can destroy, specifically one magic or trap or one monster, but this does it all. This has the versatility of you can just destroy any card. It does target, but again, the versatility of destroying anything, monster, magic, trap, is really, really good. Really killer artwork on this, and this is going for really good money. Starting market price for this is for the original print, which was a tin promo as a super rare, is going to be about 6 bones. Starting market price for near mint elite plays. And if we switch over to bulk prices, if you guys need more copies, starting market price for bulk prices is going to be 8 bones. And then trickles up after that. Now, really, ideally, I think this is the only print really viable. There are the platinum gold rares, which, compared to super rares, I would much rather prefer the super rares, but and it looks like they're like the same price too, so I don't really know why you would pay more for this. Like, hierarchy wise, maybe perhaps is considered a higher rarity. I guess it's a little cheaper. It's, well, yeah, for bulk price it's about almost about 7-ish or so. Anyway, I think this is the inferior rarity in my personal opinion, just because it is gold. Now, there is some gold that I do appreciate, but it's not the worst gold, but it's still gold. And then there's just kind of that like aroma of gold that is just kind of like off-putting to me. So completely up to you guys in that. Next is going to be Herald of the Arc Light. So again, if you're running a ritual based deck, this is an instant search, so you could potentially send this with Ultimate Slayer, and you could proc out a ritual monster or a ritual magic card, which is really, really, really incredible, really strong. There's a lot of different variants of this. My personal favorite is the original New Challenger Super Rares First Editions. So that's where we're going to take a look here. Those can be roughly around 3 bones for the onesie twosies. There is a playset here for not even 3 bones for lightly played first edition. So complete up to you guys on that. Again, there's a lot of different variants. There's 3 different super rare variants, I believe. There was the Megaton reprint. There was a special edition super rare, I believe, which is not listing on here for some reason. Some disgusting ultra rares if you hate your life, and then the maximum gold, premium gold, which actually looks kind of cool. Synchros in this rarity I think look a little bit better, but again, it's still kind of gold, so you know, you might, you know, get a rock thrown at you or something at your locals for playing it. And the last card that I have for you guys is Soul Servant. So Legendary Duelist Season 3 just dropped, had a lot of pretty blowout reprints. And one thing I was really specifically excited about was Apprentice Illusion Magician, and I can kind of go into that another time. gearing after the Shonen Jump. There's 2 Shonen Jump variants that I think are really great hot seekers for collectability purposes, and with the dawning of the mirrored ultra rare reprint in this set, I think they might increase or decrease just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more affordable for the collectors out there. But Soul Servant is really cool. I didn't know about this card. I was actually playing online and actually found out that I was playing a Dark Magician player, and he procced like 2 or 3 of these against me and drew like 3 to 4 cards per turn. Per activation is insane. This is a quick play. I don't really understand this first effect. Not really sure what the point of the first effect, but obviously the second effect here, removing it and then drawing all these cards, is really good. Artwork is pretty cool too. And they upgraded this as a secret rare, which is really cool. And it's only 6 bones, so again, I'm not a Dark Magician player myself. You know, I respect Dark Magician players and Blue Eyes players, and like they got a lot of cool support, and I collect that kind of stuff. But as far as playability, I'm not really into building these decks. But if you are, I think this is a blowout card, especially seeing it that this has been updated to a secret rare for 6 bones, near mint first edition. There's a stack of 8 right here. I think this is an incredible buy. This set just dropped, so maybe it'll go down, but I still think that it's not really going to go below like the 4 bone range. I think 4 is probably like your best bet of this. I don't think it's going to increase more than that. Originally there was an ultra rare, which is like insanely expensive, the original one from Legendary Duelist Magical Hero, and it's like 17 to 21, which is just completely off-putting, because why would you get an ultra rare when you can get a secret rare for 6 bones? Some white Mexican theory. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you guys have enjoyed this content, please share it with someone that you believe will also enjoy it. The world is a dark place and life is very difficult. Please be aware that you never know what others are enduring. Please remember to be a friend, be a brother, be a sister. Love and encourage those that surround you always. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh! Investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by The White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.